Ladies and gentlemen, this is Nation Wants to Know on Times Now. I'm Ankit Tyagi. Starting with the top story that we have been focusing here on Times Now, raids by the Anti-Corruption Bureau on corrupt state government employees in Karnataka has thrown up some mind-boggling figures. You won't believe what you are going to see. Times Now has accessed complete details of these seizures made by the agency from 15 government staffers from across the state of Karnataka. Cash, jewelry, valuables, immovable assets of these 15 men have been seized by the agency. The multi-location raid has given the Congress fresh ammunition to hit out at the Bommai government.
The scenes from an anti-corruption body raids in Karnataka will seem like it's right out of a movie. Wads of cash recovered from inside pipes at an engineer's home. 25 lakh rupees in cash and jewels were stashed in a PVC pipe attached to the outer wall of the house. That was from the home of SM Biradar, one of the 15 government employees in Karnataka who were raided by the anti-graft agency. Times Now has accessed complete details of the seizures made by the agency. The numbers are mind-boggling, to say the least.
Multiple aspects of corruption is plaguing the state of Karnataka, while on one hand it is the Anti-Corruption Bureau that is raiding government officials and unearthing that the illegal wealth acquired by them is up to 400%. On the other hand, it is the contractors in the state of Karnataka writing to the Prime Minister about the demand for commission running up to 40% here.
The multi-location raid has given the Congress fresh ammunition to target the Bommai government, but the state claims this is routine and the opposition is blowing it out of proportion.
ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಆ ಇಲಾಖೆಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಸ್ಥರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಟೆಂಡರ್ನ ಸ್ಕ್ರೂಟಿನಿ ಮಾಡಿ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಬಂದ ಮೇಲೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಟೆಂಡರ್ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಕ್ರೂಟಿನಿ ಅದನ್ನು ವಿಶೇಷವಾದಂತ ಸ್ಕ್ರೂಟಿನಿಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪರೆನ್ಸಿ ಏನು ಬೇಕು
See, all these inquiries are meant to close the loose ends. We have no faith in the people who have been accused of corruption are the ones who are going to investigate. What kind of natural course of natural justice is this?
Well, the Chief Minister has ordered for an inquiry into the allegations of corruption by the PWD department. What is important is that whether there will be a fair investigation, as the state government itself will be investigating their own officers. While the Congress has asked for a judicial probe, they are demanding that they do not have faith in the state government's investigation, even if the Chief Minister calls it an independent investigation.
It was a crackdown of epic proportions, 60 locations, a team of over 400 ACB sleuths and seizure worth crores. Will the state now act against these government employees over their ill-gotten wealth? Bureau Report, Times Now.
So now this has also opened up complete political slugfest between the BJP and the Congress in the state of Karnataka. Joining me on the broadcast, Captain Ganesh Karnik, BJP spokesperson. We also have NCM Dharanjay, who is the KPCC spokesperson from Karnataka. Gentlemen, thank you so much and for joining us here on Times Now. I want to start with you, Captain Ganesh Karnik. This shows that the corruption the rot of the corruption has gone down to to every level of the government in the state of Karnataka. What's wrong if the opposition calls it a completely corrupt government? All these things, it's something that we are seeing 15, I mean, there can be so many other people in the government of Karnataka, in the officials in the government in the state of Karnataka, those who are indulging in corrupt practices.
Thanks for inviting me on this panel and good evening to you and my co-panelists. Well, when you ask this question to me, it sounds as if the corruption has started only after our government took over. Whatever it is, see, the very fact that the ACB under our government has investigated, has conducted raid and has brought out this massive corruption involved, in different bureaucratic levels. And you played a small video clipping of our Honorable Chief Minister coming very open and frankly admitting in front of camera that we are going to conduct a very serious inquiry.
Yeah.
He has also ordered 2 separate committees headed by retired Chief Justices of Karnataka High Court to look into the entire process of tendering and then find out the loopholes. And he
the
categorically
contractors are
mentioned
alleging, sir, that 30% cut is being demanded by government officials, who in turn say that this is also being sent to the higher echelons of the government. Don't you think that much wider inquiry is needed?
Yes, this is an allegation or a letter written to the Honorable Prime Minister's office by the Contractors Association. I do understand, but they have not quoted any specific instance where such commission has been taken or any such incident. Without such things, it is difficult to inquire. But
Mr. Dhananjay, respond to what Mr. Karnik is saying. He is very clearly saying that, are you telling us that it only happened as far as our government is concerned? The corruption in Karnataka only started when we were in. We have seen Congress worker, spokesperson on camera, on mic, speaking about, cuts and who's getting money and who's not getting money. It just seems that everybody is happy till the time they have their hand in the till.
See, I don't want to, already you are exposed the Contractors Association dated 6/7/21 addressed to Honorable Prime Minister of India, which clearly states this Contractor Association is an elected body having a contractors who do the various take a tender from the various departments, like such as the Public Work Department, BDA, your Panchayat Raj, etc., etc. They written a letter clearly to the Honorable Prime Minister stating that presently the BJP members of Parliament, they will demand 5% of amount put to the tenders before the approval of tenders, and a few elected representatives of Lok Sabha 2%. Then subsequently the elected minister, concerned minister, demanding 5%, which clearly goes to show there is a corruption because of the BJP government, which was not there earlier.
The answer,
and it is clearly told by the Contractors Association of Karnataka.
Let me get
the registered body.
Okay, let me get
Captain
So let me get Captain Karnik to respond on that. These are very serious straight allegations. These are very serious straight allegations from every level as far as the elected representative of the Bharatiya Janata Party are concerned. Just by coming up and saying that, listen, we have caught 15 people, 15 officials, that doesn't absolve the government, sir, neither the party. These are serious allegations on your party.
Government has very seriously reacted by none other than Honorable Chief Minister himself coming and deposing before the camera, even before a question was being asked. He suo moto has ordered an inquiry.
One by one, sir. One by one. Gentlemen, let's keep it civil. Gentlemen, let's keep it civil. Mr. Dhananjay, you've made your point. You've made these allegations. Let Captain Karnik respond to that. It will be better. People would be able to understand you better if you let your opponent speak. I'll give you time to rebut. Mr. Dhananjay, can you hear me, sir?
President rule to be imposed. Otherwise, the public money will
Okay. Mr. Dhananjay, there will be no option but to, in fact, put your voice down, sir. Let him respond, and then, of course, I'll come to you. Captain Karnik, please continue.
Well, see, I have initially submitted that Honorable Chief Minister suo moto, even before somebody could ask a question, when this incident came to the notice, ACB is working under the government. ACB conducted the raid. ACB unearthed this massive corruption among the bureaucrats.
Sir, but that is also a big question. ACB is working under the government. Allegations are not only against the officials but also against the Bharatiya Janata Party members. And can people expect an impartial probe when it is under the government that the ACB is working in? That is why the question is being asked. Shouldn't there be an independent investigation as far as these allegations are concerned? Very, very serious questions have been raised by the contractors in their letter.
Your serious question is understood. I have nothing against that. But it is the government, it's government's department. People may say, but government has its faith in the department. It is the same department or same department under the government which has conducted the raid, which has unearthed this. So
is the BJP government in Karnataka okay and open to, in fact, get a CBI inquiry done on this letter which has been sent?
But why? The government will take a decision. Government today has taken a decision.
Okay.
to appoint two committees.
Okay, Mr. Dhananjay, two committees have been appointed. The BJP is also saying that, look, it is only the ACB which actually comes under us, which is going ahead and making all these disclosures. They are the ones that are going after.
By the sitting High Court judge.
You're not taking my point. See, besides ordering an
it is also clear by our Congress leaders.
Let Mr. Dhananjay respond to what you have been saying, sir.
Address to the governor of Karnataka, which clearly says that in fact the government has to be dismissed.
Go through the entire process of tendering.
Gentlemen, let's take a breath and let's speak one by one. Mr. Dhananjay, respond to what he's saying, that the ACB is doing its job. The government is making sure. The Chief Minister has already announced two committees as far as this entire these allegations are concerned. What more do you want?
See, Anti-Corruption Bureau, Anti-Corruption Bureau, it is raided against the official. What about the letter written by the Karnataka State Contractors Association to the Honorable Prime Minister? That is a serious issue because the Member of Parliament of BJP and the concerned ministers are involved. So who has to take up? That is because the
Captain Garnik, if this got sort of a letter, somebody in any Congress-ruled state would have written. Don't you think so? By now, the central agencies would have jumped in suo moto.
Government has to be.
Or is there a special case in Karnataka?
President rules should be imposed because all the concerned ministers are involved.
Because on
so it's a serious offense.
The Honorable Prime Minister, without any specifics, without any specific instance being quoted, a passing remark, every MLA is taking money, every MP is taking money, every minister is taking money.
No, it is clearly mentioned. It's clearly mentioned.
Money.
I have got a letter. If you want, I read it out for a kind festival, which clearly states that some concerned minister insists on harass payment of 5%. Amount put to tender before approval of tender and issue work orders. That means the ministers are involved. That is the contractor association. The president is clearly
Gentlemen,
stated.
The problem is that as far as politics is concerned, you would only like to pass the buck, use it like football. The fact is, this is the hard-earned money of the people. This is not something that the government thinks that can take, or any government or any official can think that cuts can be taken, they can just get away with it. Captain Karnik, the fact is till the time an impartial probe does not take place, because right from an MLA to the ministers, also to the MPs have been named in this letter. You can keep hiding behind the fact that there is nothing specific. They are quoting specific numbers and figures. We are hoping, that as a responsible political party which is ruling the state of Karnataka and also is at the center, at least you will make sure an impartial inquiry does take place.
Yes, we will make it. I'm sorry, I wanted to interrupt and tell you, as an anchor, I should not be asking questions. But I have faith in my government, I have faith in my Chief Minister. He has asked none other than the Chief Secretary of the state, and he is going to conduct an inquiry of each department where this...
Sir, as the spokesperson of the BJP, I'm sure you would also you have faith in your government and the party, but for the people to reinstate their faith in the entire system, the government in Karnataka, there has to be an impartial inquiry that needs to be done. Justice doesn't need to be only served, but it also has to be seen being served impartially. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining me at this moment on the broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, taking a very, very quick break at this moment. This is a very, very serious, matter. We will keep on times now, keep asking the questions to the government and make sure that the issues related to the people get the foremost importance on this news channel. Quick break, coming back.